aged, blind, and disabled into a supplementary, which we call now SSI program. So in 1975, Title 20, okay, that was, yeah, 20, that was Title 19. I got it, 19. So that's Title 20 of the Act was enacted, consolidating most of the social services, social service provision of the various cash assistance titles into single program of social services for needy citizens with a cap on the amount of money that states could claim as federal financial participation for the provision of social services. Whew, okay. Let's see here. Good information. So let's see here. There we go. Let's see. Oh, good evening, baby. It was giving me some problems here. Okay, so I want to go somewhere else. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to go here. Give me a second. Okay. I can't spell. Here we go. Let's see if it's going to give me what I want. We're going to look. We're not going to look at the whole documentary because I don't want nobody hollering, oh my God, they're watching the whole documentary. But we're going to watch enough to understand. Let's see here. Let's stop right here. I want to make sure you guys can see this. No, you can't see it. So let me share the screen real quick here. Oh. Now, this is in 1965. Okay, 1965. So let's go ahead and listen to this.
Get away from here. I ain't gonna come back no more.
Welfare mothers, and the children too, feel that they are on a dead-end street. That the way things are, there's not enough money and no way to hold up your head. And so they've begun what amounts to a welfare revolt.
You look on TV and you see that poor little kid from another nation. Oh, he looks so pitiful. I feel so sorry for him. But I can't overlook the fact that we have poor little kids in this nation.
Mrs. Etta Horn is a leader of the welfare rights movement. Their principle and their overwhelming complaint is that there simply is not enough money to raise a family, and then that it's given in a self-defeating and self-perpetuating way, that it degrades the people who receive it.
I have children. I look at my kids' face, and I think, am I going to really prove to them where it starts at? You know, they're always screaming about delinquents. American Welfare Department makes delinquents.
There is an evil system around.
Martin Luther King believes that welfare is part of that system, damaging to black and white alike.
Will not get right until this evil system is removed, because as I have listened and as I've looked and as I've lived in the ghetto, I've seen what this evil system has done to my brothers and my sisters. I've seen how it has left little children with clouds of inferiority formed in their little mental sky. I've seen how this evil system has transformed nice, decent young women into prostitutes. I've seen how this system has transformed nice, decent young men into dope addicts trying to escape the ugliness of their daily lives.
Maria Ortiz and her children, Hilda, Juanita, Antonio, Pedro, in their New York apartment. Mrs. Ortiz gets her welfare check under the Aid for Dependent Children program. It comes to about $117 every 2 weeks, about $3,000 a year. Not enough to pay the rent, feed and clothe the kids, and provide the diet that a doctor has told Mrs. Ortiz she needs. Another child is on the way, but the father of her children has deserted her. The fact that governs everything else in Mrs. Ortiz's life is money, or the lack of it. Her inability to give her children the things they need. But Mrs. Ortiz is comparatively fortunate. She lives in New York, which has one of the highest welfare standards in the country. Some places, Mississippi and some other southern states in particular, keep welfare recipients at the edge of starvation. 30 cents a day for each child in some areas, 50 cents a day in others. In those last days before the welfare check arrives, the children subsist on what their mother bought 2 weeks previously, mainly cereal, sometimes potatoes. Mrs. Ortiz, with 4 children and a 5th on the way, is probably beyond the point of marriage. The men she meets rarely earn more than $80 a week. If she marries, her welfare check would most likely be cut off. The men cannot support her, and therefore they cannot marry her. At age 20, she may already be permanently consigned to the welfare rolls. The problems of the Ortizes are similar to those of welfare families in other cities. Los Angeles, Denver, Chicago, Detroit.
I have never received my check on time. Now, they say they put them out, but now like yesterday, it's supposed to have been here yesterday, and it didn't arrive, and I'm waiting today for it. Now, 2 weeks ago, it was supposed to have been on a Friday, so it didn't arrive. So I waited Saturday until the mailman went by, still no check. So I called down there for emergency order like they told me to. There is no such thing as emergency order on a weekend. So in other words, my children went without food from Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, until Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Mrs. Jane Wilson is a Detroit welfare mother. The premise of the ADC program is simple. That children without visible means of support must be aided by the state. But to be eligible, a mother and her children must be without a man in the house.
Well, my husband left me in September, and then I went down to the emergency shelter, welfare shelter, and then I had to go through the welfare, fill out all these papers, drag all 5 kids on the bus, go down there, sit there and wait for 3-4 hours until they come around to you. I felt like the lowest thing on earth when I went to the welfare. I felt like they were all better than me, that they could walk all over me, which I got down on my hands and knees to them and begged them for coats and boots for these children at wintertime. I actually got down on my hands and knees, and you can ask anybody down at that office. I actually got down on my hands and knees and begged them. And you know what? And when I went down there, sure, they gave me the coats and boots. Sure, after you get down on your hands and knees and you beg, That's the only way you're going to get anything from the welfare. And to this day, I have never gotten anything from the welfare for myself.
Breakfast in the home of Carol King, a Cleveland welfare mother with 9 children. On the days before the welfare check arrives, there is half an orange for each child.
Here, Nat. Don't put away that smoke stuff. You know what?
Mrs. King has become involved in the welfare rights movement because she feels she doesn't get enough money to raise her family. She gets less than 80 cents a day for each of her children. The Ohio legislature approves only 3/4 of the amount that the state welfare department felt was a minimum necessity in 1959.
What's the matter?
The rise of ADC recipients in the last 6 years has been particularly dramatic among Negro families in the northern ghettos. Giving aid only when the husband is absent pushes the man out of the house. His presence is an economic hardship, and a whole class of women and children are growing up in the northern ghettos knowing neither husband nor father, only dependence on welfare.
Okay, so sorry. So my question, you guys, and somebody answer me if you're out there. So my question is, I don't want to sound, and I have to be careful when I'm saying this. Let me be very, very careful when I'm saying what I'm about to say. Nine children, 4 children, 5 children from these 3 different people, these 3 different women, right? So my question is, when were we responsible for ourselves as women? When did we become responsible for our bodies? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them having those kids. I'm not saying that, but I'm thinking about it on the mindset that there's certain situations or certain things that we could have controlled. It was our responsibility, it's our accountability. Why was it that we allowed, first of all, these men in our lives, first and foremost, and they couldn't do nothing financially for us? And I understand they said you can't have a man in the house, but that does not negate him from, probably giving her cash money to help her with the kids. Because I know back in the day, that's happened with us. I know that definitely happened, and I saw it happen. I had a friend, I wish I could find her. I'm not going to give her name out, but her dad was one of our local, not drug, the other thing. And he always came to the projects and took care of her. Not to say that her mom wasn't working or anything. I just know that he came and he dropped off them coins. Okay. I wish I could find her, but he dropped off them coins, and he made sure she had the nice clothes. She had everything she needed. So I'm trying to figure out, you keep laying down with this person over and over and over and over again, knowing, even though, you on welfare, food stamps, knowing he cannot be in your home. So how are you able to have all these kids if he's not able to be in home, quote unquote, right? But then again, on top of that, why wasn't he giving her money under the table? I mean, nobody would have known that. Nobody's gonna tell on you, because everybody was doing a little hustle. Come on now, y'all. Everybody was doing the hustle in them projects. Let me tell you, they were doing. I was raised in the projects. I told you that before. The Rensselaer projects in Albany, New York. I was raised in them projects. And I know they were doing a little bit of some on the side. Okay? So I'm just trying to figure out, after the first kid I couldn't afford, I ain't going to keep having no babies. I'm going to tell y'all right now. When I realized I have to struggle with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ain't no more coming out of there. No, not that I didn't think the future was going to get any better. I'm not going to say that, but I just don't see it. That's just me. I'm just saying, that's just me. I don't, no, not happening. Not doing it. So let's go back and finish hearing what they were saying. I was just trying to see, how that made sense.
Well, before you go back.
Okay,
right?
That's all. I was just trying to see how that made sense.
Life on welfare means waiting in line for food stamps, as for everything else. After getting her welfare check each month, Mrs. King's first stop is a food stamp center in the heart of Huff, Cleveland's Negro ghetto.
Bart, did you want to say anything?
She pays $110 for $158 worth of food stamps, which must be spent only on food. The idea is that the state guides the spending of welfare mothers, and the women resent the implicit moral judgment that they don't have the capacity to care properly for their children.
We are bitter because we are faced with trying to raise children without money. People on welfare, if they had money enough to at least exist on, I'm not saying, because I don't have a college diploma, that I should have, $300 a week, but I'm saying that people on welfare have a right to a decent living in a rich country like America. And, like we can always, send charity overseas, and it's, for years, we've been in poverty as a country. And that I'm concerned with, a country that, gets concerned with hunger in India, but is not concerned with hunger in the United States. They talk about planning for a future. You have to first have something to plan with. You don't plan a meal, unless you got, something to eat. And you don't plan a future unless you have something to plan with. And this is what, society's going to have to face. They're talking about future America. And, our kids are part of that future society. And, and to deprive them from the time that they're, babies, now they say, work with 16-year-olds. That's crazy. A 16-year-old, it's too late.
Growing up without enough money is hard enough. But there are other cold realities about growing up on ADC. Welfare kids usually live in neighborhoods like Cleveland's Huff. They can see the results of violence, even murder, around their own homes. And they must learn to live with it.
Hate to see these second generations of welfare coming up. And one of the things I think is more crucial to is the youth that's in the ghetto, because most of the youth that's coming up, they're ashamed to tell their buddies, say, well, yeah, we on welfare, we getting ADC or food stamps and things like this here.
Everybody in my whole neighborhood was on relief. We used to run around and kid about it, because everybody in my neighborhood was on relief, but I was ashamed to go out my neighborhood and tell somebody I was on ADC. Yeah, I'm ashamed of it.
If a child does not have adequate clothing, they don't want to go. If they can't participate and go to the football games and to the movies, they don't want to go to school. So it starts when a child is small. They recognize the fact that they don't have the things that other children have. Children realize when they're different. They know, I don't care how small you are, you know when you're different. And not only that, when you go to the public schools, many times the teachers make you know that you're different.
Welfare children don't have, I was not able to buy, white shirts for ties and things. If a mother go out like I do, I buy my child these knit sweaters and bandanas.
See, I don't know if y'all did that back in the day, but yeah, we did exactly what that little boy is doing and that little girl. Somebody was sent to the cafeteria to get the milk with the straw. Then once they bring it in, because they got to count, that little slip has everybody who's supposed to get it. They come back in there, they have that tray with the milk on it. Somebody else would come up and get the straws and pass it out to everybody. We had snacks that would go with that, with the milk. And I remember us having to lay our heads down and then we get back up and finish school. I don't know, y'all know about that, but yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. Yeah, I'm telling my age. Yeah. Okay. You better not say nothing, Tavares. Don't open up your mouth. You hear me?
I didn't intend to.
Hold up. I know why I can't hear you.
Yeah, you couldn't hear me
Yes,
because
sir.
you don't have the headphones on.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't hear me because you didn't have the headphones on.
Now, what'd you say, Smart?
I just said that you should have had the headphones on.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, but that's the only thing you had to say?
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's get back to it.
Sweaters and things like that. And he wear them with his pants. But Friday, he got to wear a shirt and a tie. And I just don't have it. They have sent my child home twice, last year for not being dressed in a tie. And I mean, it made me real mad. And I called the principal and told him, I said, look, my child ain't got no shirt and ties. Now, if you want him to have one, you buy him one.
During the week that there's
Even in school, constant and subtle discriminations are made between welfare children and other youngsters. To qualify for most free services, such as milk, a pupil must be on welfare, and thus declares himself a welfare child.
The teacher would tell everybody, the kids, about him being on welfare, and he didn't want them to know he was on welfare. That lunch card they give him, it's on a special lunch that he get for welfare children, and it's not enough. They don't get no kind of dessert with it or ice cream, and I always have to give him more money to go with it.
They ain't gonna give but a handful of crumbs to a mother. What do you think the young teenager gonna do? Why do you think that's down here on Huff? Because when it gets dark, they have to go out here and survive.
This is survival and escape in Huff. Music, movement, and this moment. But in the morning, no job that will pay a living wage.
Do you understand how we we always found some way to dance, right?
It's not that we found a way to dance.
You know what I'm saying.
We found a reason.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's what you want to call it.
No, because you have to look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on, let me mute this real quick. So, systemic oppression
Mm-hmm.
is the stripping away of your will to even survive. The whole
Uh-huh.
point of oppression is to push you to a point where you are no longer willing to keep fighting,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, in spite of all the shit that we give people that's always going to the club and leaving the club and coming back to poverty,
Mm-hmm.
I can say that those people did find a reason to be out and did find a reason to live and a reason to keep dancing, because I know for a fact how depression works,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
oppression and depression are cousins. They're kissing cousins even.
That's right.
So I hate to speak ill of everyone's beloved town of Alexandria, but I understand why your oppressive mayor has y'all dancing to Cupid Shuffle during
Mm-hmm.
Winterfest. It's already something that you're paying for, and it's coming out
Mm-hmm.
of the tax dollars. You might
Mm-hmm.
as well enjoy it,
Yeah.
right? That's been the sentiment of everybody when we speak on these things, right?
Yeah.
Now, he
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell you that we don't have to have Winterfest.
Yep.
He never says that we don't have to do the spending of this money irresponsibly,
Mm-hmm.
like he does. He doesn't say that part. He just says, "Well, we're going to do it, but here's Cupid."
Exactly.
So, to their point, uh, black people have always found a reason to dance,
Mm-hmm.
and to keep going and to be social. I know there's comes with some ills about it. I know that there's people that don't know how to handle, the stress and the drama, not just the stress of oppression. Some people of a different complexion unalive their whole family.
Mm-hmm.
They'll shoot up they'll shoot up their job,
Mm-hmm.
if they reduce their hours. The I mean, there's so many mitigating factors that exist now, way more than back then. But I do want to say that it's in our genetic makeup to keep,
Celebrate.
yeah, to celebrate. Oh,
Okay.
that hits that hurts a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That hurts a little bit, because the reality is that people are this next month is gonna hurt for a lot of people. And the only people that I'm concerned about is my people, right? And I know the condition of my people. I know what my people go through. I know what my people been through. I don't really care about the other side, right? But when you're in a country that abused an entire ethnic group of people and benefited off of the death, the raping, the torture, the slave work, the you profited off of that, and you kept the profits. And then once those people grew into those conditions that you designed, you further subjugated them, and you treated them like these kids are being treated in this video. You ostracized them and you made them feel less than. I don't care about how that white woman felt about getting on her hands and knees and begging for a coat. I don't care. And people say that's callous, but it's better that she was on her hands and knees begging for a coat than it were that her ancestors were in a field picking cotton. I don't think she deserves any type of help like that. My people do, and it's not help. It's what you owed us. And then to make sure that you don't give us too much, you make it literally 1.75% of the total budget that you guys spend on everything but reparations for Black folks. If we had reparations, that's the reason they don't want to give it to us, because they wouldn't be able to benefit off of us being poor anymore. And that's what I have. But to know that hurts. It does. It bothers me. The only thing that we can do is to dance. It's the only escape. I get it. I get it. It just hit me. I get it. So that's what I have.
Okay. All right. I was looking at the first little girl who was dancing, and that shirt she had on, I actually had a shirt like that. Okay.
And it begins again. Brenda is 19, unmarried, and she has just had a baby. She's learning to care for him on her own. She's trying to get a job to support him, and she lives with her aunt, who has 5 children of her own. Money was the reason she decided not to marry Kenneth, the father of her child.
I mean, I would have married him, while I was carrying the baby, but he had no job and couldn't support us, and his sister getting married. When no sister getting married, so I said, wait. I plan on marrying him next year, no sooner than next year. Have to give him time to work first. I mean, what's the sense of marrying somebody if he can't support you? That's his job to support you and the baby, not my job to support him and the baby. So after he start working, work more than he been working, then I'll marry him. When I think he's able to take care of 2.
Many hills? Not necessarily, Mike.
Many of the girls who go on welfare never graduate from high school. A girl who gets pregnant in most high schools is automatically expelled. Usually she doesn't come back. She's on her way to a lifetime of dependence on welfare. The Webster School in Washington, D.C. is a high school for pregnant girls. A psychotherapy session is a weekly part of the curriculum.
I first found out that I had become pregnant, and when I found out that there was this school called Webster, I thought that I was going to be shut out away from the other people and that I was going to be an outcast. But when I came into Webster, it seems that I had more what you would say, people on my side, more attention going towards my way. And with the help of Miss Gill, and then with the help of some of my...
So did you understand how, and I want you to get this, do you understand how they made young girls feel? They ostracized them. They automatically expelled them from school. That was a no-brainer. So they were not allowed to go to school and continue school with the rest of their classmates. Now, I'm going to say this about me. I was pregnant in high school, And I was asked, was I going to leave high school and go to, at the time, I don't know if Aiken is still even in the picture, but back then it was Aiken. And I looked at them like they were crazy. I'm like, what? Am I going to do what? No, I'm at Peabody. I'm going to graduate from Peabody. I wasn't planning on going nowhere. I wasn't really focused on what everybody else was thinking. I got treated a little bit different, but I still went to class. I still did everything I was supposed to do, and I graduated from Peabody. Matter of fact, we graduated in May. Tavares was born in March. And my mom was holding him when I walked down the aisle to get my diploma, and me and my sister. So I wasn't planning on leaving school. I wasn't planning on getting trapped with no man and getting married. That was not what was I just had a turn of events when I got pregnant. That was all what happened. Everything that I wanted to do, planned on doing, I continued to do it. I was determined to graduate from Peabody. That was my determination. So my job was to keep my grades up and not to get distracted by anything. And I didn't. I graduated. And there was other young ladies in school with me at the time. Wow. What? Bolton High School kicked me out in 11th grade and wouldn't let me graduate. I was told I was bad influence on the other girls. Isn't that something? Wow. I'm sorry that happened to you. I am so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I graduated right there at Peabody. I wasn't planning on going nowhere. I don't care what nobody said. My mom said I was going to graduate from Peabody. I busted my ass. Wow. And I stayed at Peabody. Sure did. That's their loss, sweetie. That's how I look at it. That was their loss. That was all right. Look at you now. That's how you look at it. Look at you now. And I went to Bolton, but I went to Bolton prior to the what's the name? I didn't have that. I wasn't pregnant back then. I got pregnant when I was at Peabody. And I will say this. He did, like she said, like the young lady said, he asked me to marry him, but I told my mom, and he asked my mom, and I was like, no, no, that's not in my plan. That wasn't in my plan to get married. So I didn't make him, punish him for that, but that wasn't in my plan. My plan was to go to the military when I graduated from Peabody. Yeah, that's right. I did the same thing, baby. That's why I stopped at 1. I said, I'm not having no more. Because I would have kept on. I would think I would have about 3 or 4 kids by now. That's not wasn't in my plan. My plan was not to have a whole bunch of children. No. And I'm not knocking anybody who does. I'm just saying for me, personally, my plan was to go into the military and graduate from, go into the military after I graduated from high school and stay in the military for 20, 30 years, whatever, and retire and then travel the world. But that wasn't exactly how it happened. It wasn't, that was my plan. That wasn't the universe plan. That was my plan. But it changed a little bit, Tavares came in and I had to adjust. But I did go in the military. I did serve my time in the military and got out. So I'm just saying those were small goals. Those wasn't no major goals. Those were small goals. And believe it or not, I was also accepted at Northwestern. But I wasn't planning on going to college right at that time. I was planning on going into the military. So yeah. But that was then. But this kind of reminded me, just listening to her talk, kind of reminded me in the ideal, like you said, they took you out of Bolton. They expelled. Now I wonder how many white girls did they do this to? Why it was only the black girls? And I bet you, in amount of money, most of the time, the white girls were sent off and shipped off to family members, where
the
they
white girls stayed at them high schools.
You think
because
so?
Their parents.
Okay.
There's people that are in my age group that are white folks that are in my age group that went through the exact same thing that you did. that wasn't looked upon adversely, that wasn't ostracized, and none of that other stuff. And those white people had kids, and their kids didn't have to go through. And what I'm saying is that there is a system in place that makes everything that we do wrong.
Yeah.
It makes majority of what they do right, even when we're doing the exact same thing.
That's right. You're right.
So
you 100% correct. Okay.
My good friends here, I seem to be making it and all.
And being here with these girls, you know, they are closer to you. I think that all of us are closer together than girls that have not been pregnant, because they all have their opinions and they can easily say things. But we have, you know, we're all going through the experience.
Mrs. Patricia Schiller is a clinical psychologist. She directs the conversation toward future plans and prospects.
Well, I've got a job. I'm going for an interview today. And I filed for support from the father in the court. And it should be coming through by the time I get back in school in September. For a long time, I was under the firm belief that no one really has any excuse for being on public assistance. But when my grandparents and my father found out I was pregnant, their first attitude was, we aren't going to do anything for you. And my grandmother told me from the beginning, you may not bring this baby into my house. Now, she has responsibility for me until I'm 18 years old. I talked to my social worker here at school, and I have talked to people down at child welfare. And it's being made possible right now for my baby's born in September for me to put that child in a foster home and to visit it. And they'll take care of it until after I finish the 12th grade, and I'll be 18, I'll be on my own, and then I can provide for my child in my own way. And therefore, I think that it can be a good program.
What did she say? Did she say her baby? Wait a minute. She said that they can put the baby in a foster care system until she turns 18.
Until she graduates.
Until she graduates.
And just imagine.
Yes, that's right.
I already, just imagine how many kids never made it back to their parents.
Yes, exactly. In the system. That's right. That's right.
And got lost in the system.
Got lost in the
system.
system.
You're dealing with newborns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
there might be an entire set of newborns that are under the impression that they just simply never made it back to their actual mother. You know, and they don't know who their parents are.
That's right. That's right.
And I bet the tragic part about it is, I think that's the part that upsets me, is that they don't really care what happens to Black folks. They don't care what happens to our women. They don't care what happens to our Black babies. They damn sure don't care what happens to the Black men. They don't care what happens to our Black teenagers. They don't care what happens to our Black elders. They literally, America, the prime example, again, is Alexandria. There's nothing, there's no legislation, there's no nothing that has been beneficial. There's no thing that has happened that has been beneficial to those Black communities. We got the proper representation. They figure out some way to stop their motion. You get the community involved. You got a couple of sellouts to infiltrate it. You get the churches involved. All the churches are working for the sheriff's department. You get the community involved. You've got 8. You got a group of sellouts that are ready to take the Black community down. You get some white allies, their wealth or their ability to provide for their family gets questioned or even gets threatened. So everything you guys like, everything that the society does is literally against Black people. It's pointed directly at us every time.
And I want you, when you get an opportunity, I want you to go back and listen to today's show that I did on the crest theory of color confrontation. And what you just said, you will be surprised at what her theory came up with. You'd be shocked. What everything that you said.
I'm a big Dr. Francis Creswell fan.
You have to definitely this thesis or theory that she wrote was the reason why they released her from Howard University. You have to go back and read it, and you will sum it completely up of what happened. And it's simple. It is simple as 1, 2, 3. Why they feel the way they do and why we're being treated the way we're treated. Watch.
We excel at sports.
We excel at everything.
We excel at everything, and somehow being the best in the world at something just isn't enough.
It is enough.
Being even being president isn't enough. Of the United States, it's just not enough. You know, we're gonna have to come back and outdo him. We're gonna have to come back and make things even again, as if it was so off kilter because he was in there.
You'll see. You wait, and it gives me another way of thinking about racism. Is what she said, and as simple as pie. We get all upset about a lot of things, but as simple as pie. The theory behind
I believe that.
What she said.
I believe that the actual reason behind it and the logic behind what they're doing to Black folks. People say what they're doing to us. And listen. So you're not allowed to say that something is racist, but they're allowed to be racist towards you. You're not allowed to say, hey, this is happening to us, but they're allowed to do it to you. You're not allowed to say, hey, what are you doing with that? But they're allowed to take it from you. It's like every time Black folks say something, every time we do something, every single time, it seems like we're in the wrong. We're always in the wrong.
I'm telling you, she breaks it down.
We can't defend ourselves. We can't speak up for ourselves. We can't speak up for our community. It's just everything we do is wrong. And I can get why it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because on the flip side of things, we're dealing with this cracker in the White House where everything he does is okay. Even when he lies, it's fine. Even though he's had 3, 4, 5 divorces, he's got children out of wedlock, he could touch little kids, he could steal and scam and steal money, and somehow these people always seem to criminalize and demonize us as a priority over what they're doing.
I'm telling you, wait till you read the paper. Wait till you listen to the show. Go back and listen to today's show, and it breaks it all the way down.
I reposted it. I got it on my page, so I'm gonna go back and
listen to it, and you hear what she was saying. And it's a simple thing. It's not even hard. And let me tell you guys. Let me tell each and every one of you Black people on here. We cannot be racist. Let me say this again, because some of y'all, I hear people saying that. Just from the theory that Dr. Welsing said, Welsing is her name. Just by the theory that she came up with, we cannot be racist. I'm just telling you right now, we cannot be racist. So when somebody makes that ignorant statement to you, it's an ignorant statement. Ignorant means they don't have no idea. Black people, let me say this again, Black people cannot be racist. So if you get a chance, go back and listen to the first show. You can't the Can We Be Frank show and listen to how she breaks that down. Her theory: we cannot be racist. So do not let somebody say that to you and call you. Black people, according to her, cannot be racist at all. The theory doesn't match up. So no, we cannot be racist. Okay. Hey there, Nat. Talking about I ain't black, I'm OJ. And she talks about tokenism too in that theory too. She talks about tokenism. Okay. Let's get back.
When a girl drops out before completing her high school education, she finds it difficult to get a job to take care of the baby. In many instances, this would force a girl to go on public welfare. If she gets
Mrs. Fabola Gill is the school's principal.
Which is terrible, and there doesn't seem to be any way out of this for me, she is likely to have another out-of-wedlock child, and as the babies continue coming, she gets farther and farther down into her state of depression.
Many of our young girls would like to work, and they have tried. They really have tried to support their family, but the system and everything else just tears them down, and eventually they just become satisfied with welfare, and they don't try anymore because they see there's no sense of trying until this whole system is changed.
Jeanette Salters, a welfare mother, works in Head Start and receives a small supplement to her check.
You know, people talk about the ADC mothers don't want anything, and they're not going to ever get anything. This is the same feeling that they have. They have tried and they want jobs, but nobody's going to give them a job. And the first thing they holler, well, you on ADC, you know, and you don't have any experience. And how can you have experience when you're just coming out of school? And nobody's willing to try, you know, to give them a chance. And I'm beginning to believe, and so are most of the parents, that people want you on ADC. They like you there. You know, they can control you on ADC. And a lot of them just feel, well, I might as well sit here and get what I can. And they do have to cheat and lie and steal and to try to beat the system and try to just survive, not really live. Most of them are just surviving.
Welfare departments claim that they want to encourage marriage and thus get women off the welfare rolls. But the investigation of a woman's eligibility for ADC discourages the beginning of any relationship with a man and marriage.
Well, if he's someone who is sincerely interested in you, you would like perhaps to invite him to dinner, you would like to, maybe he would like to spend the day with you. And if this happens, and you have a neighbor who particularly don't care for you, then the welfare department will hear about it, and then they suppose that this man is living there, or that you are supporting him out of your funds, you're feeding him with your funds, or if you claim you're not feeding him out of your funds, then their answer will be, then he's giving you money.
And she said, oh, you can't have a boyfriend. We don't allow that. And I wanted to know why. And she said, because it doesn't look right, you know, with the kids. And so I said, I still don't see why they have anything to do with me with a boyfriend. And she said, well, you'll have to get rid of him. You have to make plans to marry him. And I told her I wasn't getting married. I wasn't ready for it. I had just got out of one. And I said, now look, you're going to tell me, here I am, 37 years old at that time. And I've been married, got 5 kids here in the home, and had been married to this one man for 16 years, and you're going to tell me I can't have a boyfriend? And so she said, well, we doesn't allow the ADC mothers with boyfriend. And I couldn't understand that. So she left. When she left, well, then she come back to tell me that my case was denied. This is what happened. She come back to tell me that they had denied me, that I could not get on the aid.
If a man marries you, that he should, you know, take on the initiative of supporting your family. And, you know, to tell a man that makes, you know, $125, $135 a week, that he should accept me and 9 kids and support us is crazy. Because, you know, this, you know, realistically, I would feel that if I married a man in this position, that, you know, it wouldn't take but maybe 6 months. If it took that long, he would begin to resent my kids. He would hate me, you know, he would beat me and he'd scream at the kids. He'd start beating the kids out of frustration. And, you know, maybe it wouldn't be because he didn't love me and the kids, but because he was, you know, being deprived of, you know, just having, you know, a pair of shoes on his feet and proper food for himself, you know, for kids that he wasn't responsible for. And this is, you know, thinking realistically.
Weeping and crying for someone to...
Hold on real quick. Stop it real quick. Can you hear me?
Which they can get, rarely offer very much more money than the welfare check itself. In a pilot project in Cleveland, they are allowed to keep only enough to bring them up to the state's welfare minimum. They are encouraged to go to school and get training, but even after training, good jobs are scarce. Beverly Siegel, a Cleveland social worker, visits Mrs. Fanny Brooks, who has left a Title V job training program to care for her children.
One thing I wanted to talk to you about today is the fact that you'll be going off of the training program. And now that you're going back onto ADC alone, it will be cut back, you know, to regular ADC, which will be $92 difference. And that's quite a bit of difference. And it's going to be difficult, I imagine, to get used to living on that type of budget again.
Yes, it will be. But I would rather have a small amount and have peace and happiness and harmony in my home than have a lot of difficulties and different problems. I didn't choose this position that I'm in, and I wouldn't want my kids to do it for nothing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Today itself, too late. The wise man did yesterday. All right? You want to try that one for us, Mr. McQueen?
Leroy McQueen, who is getting his high school diploma and hopes to go into computer work, is a welfare father on a training program. It's a myth that the welfare rolls are filled with able-bodied men. Less than 1% of those on welfare are capable of working. In 1962, realizing that ADC ignored men and tended to break up families, Congress passed the ADCU program, Aid for the Dependent Children of the Unemployed. Mr. McQueen worked in a print shop for 7 years. One day, the shop went out of business. Mr. McQueen could not find another job. Shortly after he went on welfare, Mr. McQueen's wife died, and he was faced with the prospect of raising his 5 children himself. The welfare department gave him a temporary professional homemaker.
Good, Rita? Maybe you'll have some more sometime, huh? You still don't want any water?
A midday snack is water and Jell-O. Now he remains on the welfare rolls as he gets an education. He has the added burden of raising a family.
Hi. How you doing?
He does the cooking and cleaning up himself.
Reginald! Not so much noise in there. Not so much noise. Come on, eat. Gregory, Reginald, Gina, Stevie, come on, eat.
Dinner is usually beans with some ham hocks, and as in most welfare homes, no milk. Almost all starches, little meat.
That belongs to Regina, Reginald. She doesn't eat very much, you know that.
Mr. McQueen's dilemma is compounded by the fact that he must find help for his children while he is at school or work.
Watch the baby, don't let it, huh? Take your time, we'll cool off.
Mr. McQueen has many problems.
Go ahead and eat, okay?
He lives for the day when he can earn enough so that his children have proper meals. The day when he can provide for his family adequately. When he can relax with some assurance about the future.
Just a man walked down.
The electric guitar is in and out of the pawn shop, a reflection of Mr. McQueen's financial fortunes.
And how many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? And how many times must those cannonballs be fired before they're forever banned? Oh yeah, let me tell you that the answer is when it is the old and in the west. The answer is blowing in the west. Oh yeah, let me tell you that. How many years can a mountain exist before it's the one to the sea? The answer is blowing in the wind.
Take your bath. Go to bed. Come on, baby. You went to sleep?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Want to go to bed?
Yeah.
Lay down.
Today, Mr. McQueen does not go to school because the homemaker didn't show up. His children play in the backyard.
If I could get a housekeeper, this would help me more than anything else. Just someone to clean the house. Cooking I do generally most myself, but even then, well, the right person cooking right, I could stand that, I think. But I think mostly what we need here is just a person to be in the house and help with the cleaning and getting the kids off to school. You know, now that I go to school myself and giving them their lunches, and I could take over in the evenings.
In the past, I was able to get you an emergency homemaker, and this seems to be a very bad month. They're completely filled up. But the woman says that's in charge of the referral says that she certainly will be having someone come out here as soon as possible. But I know that in the meantime, you can't afford to miss any more school.
I really want to finish school and get back to work. This is my most important objective. And I don't know, it just seems like it's so far away. You know, the more I look after it, the more it seems like it just gets farther away, and then problems come along and you can't get a babysitter or a housekeeper when you need it. Like, for instance, today I'm home all day today because I don't have one.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. McQueen?
Hi, Mr. Stephen. How are you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Okay. What happened on the babysitter? Did you find anything?
As far as I know, they still haven't gotten anyone. She told me that she'd keep trying, and as soon as she would find one, she'd give me a call.
What about those clothing pants that the boys wear are really just about gone now, and they have a lot of holes in them. And kids need shoes too.
I can't promise anything because, of course, it has to be approved several times along the line, but I will give it a try.
Of the $8 billion spent on welfare every year, less than half ever reaches welfare clients.
The welfare bureaucracy grinds extremely slowly. The total paperwork, the total number of approvals needed, the total number of departments a request has to go through takes an awful long time. The most frustrating thing that I run across, and I feel is the reason why many social workers leave, is the fact that there is a volume of paperwork to do. There's a terrific bureaucratic structure through which every piece of paper must go through, making processes very long and drawn out, and there isn't the time to do the casework that one would actually like to do. Also, it takes an awful long time for a caseworker to get to know the system, the welfare system, and to try and live within it, and perhaps even beat it on occasion.
Now, as you can see, his story is different from the average woman's story, mother story. He is a father who has 5 children, and his wife passed away, and he lost his job prior to her passing away. And if you heard what she said, he has to get a babysitter because he's missing days from school. And the program says specifically that you have to attend school for a specific number of times, I guess, till you graduate, because he's trying to get his GED, or else they're going to, he won't be able to continue school. You see the type of dilemma and the craziness that they put you in. Now, I know everybody's situation is different, but what I couldn't understand I couldn't understand the ideal that they didn't have a daycare set up for any student that was getting their GED. Why wasn't there a daycare on the grounds of where they're going to get their GED for the kids to go to? Especially if he's doing evening classes, the kids are out of school. All those kids look like, well, a couple of them look like they were school age. Obviously, they weren't, because they were all out of school. Well, no, that's wrong, because he actually said that they were in school during the daytime. So he needed someone in the evening time to be with those kids.
Someone in the daytime.
I mean, daytime, sorry, because they get off, like, say they get out of school early. So it needed to be somebody there for them. But it's like they punished him, and it's a penalty if he missed any more school, and then they're the ones who's supposed to be providing the homemaker, or whatever you want to call it, to be able to help him.
What I'm like, because I wanted you to stop it a little bit earlier. But these people, this bureaucratic system, always finds a way to profit off of poverty.
Yeah.
They said $8 billion go into the welfare system, but only half of it, a little less than half of it, actually makes it to the people that need it. The rest of it goes to the people that operate the system.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm kind of at a loss of words, because, like I said, this next month, people are going to be in a tight squeeze, right? And this is a direct result of people dedicated to being racist. And you can't convince me otherwise, because the only reason a lot of people, except for these coons, a lot of them voted, well, no, including the coons, because a lot of these niggas, they hate black women. They hate being black. And they're in total lockstep with people that hate black people, because they too themselves are full of self-hate, right? And so this whole era of America that we're living in is fueled by hate. They're trying to mask it as something else, but they're trying to frame it as something else. But this is a direct result of hatred. And you can't convince me otherwise. There's no way that you can convince me that anybody that loves America and loves their American people and love their American neighbors. Did you hear that lady earlier talking about how she couldn't have a boyfriend? Do you know, like, do you realize that the welfare system was so involved in the home? These were the same people that was making all the rest of their money.
Yeah, the social workers. Yeah,
that they would come. Black social workers were there.
It was one. I saw the one when they were at the pregnancy school.
No, she's not a social worker. She's an instructor. She's a teacher.
No. It was a social worker. Black
She
lady.
was a social worker. Okay. Either
Yeah.
way it goes, a lot of those social workers were in, or white folks in black communities
Yeah.
coming to tell
Yeah.
black women how they should be running their
That's
house.
exactly right. That's exactly right. We had one.
Which is very, very similar to slavery.
The overseer.
Without the chains and the whips and the picking of the cotton, those white folks told you how you should be living your life. They told you what time to get up. They told you where you could work. They told you what work you could do. They told you that, yeah, you can't read, so don't try. You know, so instead of doing it like how Mass and them used to do it, what they did was they restricted your access to an education. So they were like, I don't know. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but it seems as though this was just a different level. And I understand what Martin Luther King was saying about it. It's a different level of oppression. It's like, yeah, we'll help you, but we need control of your life first.
And basically, that's what it was. That's right.
And you're not even actually helping me. You're simply just you've come up with a reason. Like they don't talk about the other side of welfare. They don't talk about the multi-millions of dollars that go in some of these people's pockets because of welfare. And you got the workers, but a lot of this stuff is automated these days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like these people that are simply like wanting to eat, to feed their families, and they have to go through the absolute. It should be fine, right? Because it's such an insignificant part of the overall budget. It should be fine that you have a moderately paying job and still on welfare, but it should not be the responsibility of that job to make sure that you stay on welfare like Walmart does.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you make enough money so that you don't have to be on welfare, that's all to the good. But again, we're living in a capitalist society where the profit is in the poverty.
And
even at Walmart.
Even at Walmart. And I want you guys to keep in mind that not only is Walmart workers or employees are eligible for welfare, so is our military soldiers. See, when I was looking at that kind of hurt my heart because I'm prior military. My sister's prior military. I have nephews and nieces, and I have a son who's prior military. You have to look at, were they making we weren't, well, I don't know if we were making enough not to be on welfare or not, but I know right now, if you have children, you're eligible to get that card. You're eligible now. So when we talk about people on welfare and we want to make fun of them, the same people who are protecting you to make sure that you're safe at nighttime when you cuddle up in your bed, which is our military. Think about those privates, those PFCs, which is private first class. Think about your E1s, E2s, and E3s, and some E4s, maybe even some E5s. Our 5s are sergeants. Our 4s are specialists. Our 3s are private first class. This is Army. Our E2s and our E1s that can't afford to feed their families. Because when you first come in the military, if you haven't had any prior to college or anything, you will definitely be starting off at the beginning, which is E1s. Okay. And when you look at their salary, y'all, they're not making that much money. I mean, I'm serious. They're not making that much money. So it makes them eligible for food stamps and welfare. You all right over there?
I was sneezing.
Oh, damn. I thought you knocked down something. But yeah, so we want to make fun of people on welfare. Your soldiers, the people who protect you, actually are eligible for welfare and food stamps. Our veterans are eligible for welfare and food stamps because they don't make the money, especially if they haven't been if they're not been classified as disabled.
Well, they should be able to work. Well, therein lies the problem, because the demand for veterans, with that, like the amount of money that they're willing to pay, those jobs are usually reserved for people that don't have veteran experience. Like you can't say that the job market. Yeah, you can. Never mind. There's a lot of people that have jobs that they
that's on welfare. Yes, that qualify for Section 8 and qualify for welfare. Yes, there is. And when you're on Section 8, majority of the time they do want you to be doing something. So and we shouldn't be in the state of welfare. We America is supposed to be one of the richest, quote unquote, countries in the world, and we have a terrible record of taking care of our people. We have a terrible,
because there's a profit in poverty.
Yeah.
They need the poor. They need the poor so they can continue to keep the machine going. Because that's what, okay, you're so poor, you're not getting food stamps this month. So for some of them, when December rolls around, they're going to be willing to work for $7.25 an hour.
Yeah, that's the mindset. Or they want us to start. Let me tell you what I believe, and I heard this from somebody else, so I'm kind of agreeing with them. With them saying that they're not going to try to help people on welfare, to get cards, the EBT cards, and I believe he's trying to get us out in the streets to start robbing stores and stuff like that so they can lock us up. That's what I believe. That's just me. Because you got to remember, y'all, we haven't been doing none of that, and that bothers them. They don't have a reason to lock us up. I want y'all to understand this. Let me explain something to you guys, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe all of this has nothing to do with any other race of people but us. This battle is not between nobody but us. And we're not doing what they want us to do. And that's to go crazy, cuss, fight, get out in the streets, tear up stuff. We're not doing that. And that's bothering them. What better way to say, okay, we know that there's a large a majority of them that get that, get the card. Let's go after that next. Because if you notice everything they've done, look at everything they've done. List off everything. You already look. In their case, in their mindset, they released 300,000 Black women from the federal system that was working. All our heads of our generals, our majors that were in positions of power, they got rid of them. They fired them. They released them. They trying to figure out how they can get us in the streets. And we're not budging. This whole thing with these food stamps, it's a press of a button. Even with the shutdown going on, it's a press of the button. They can release those funds. They want to see what it's going to take to get us in the streets. I'm telling you, that's all I believe. I don't see anything else. I'm sorry, maybe I'm stuck on that, but we're the only ones who have not been out in the streets going crazy. Everybody else has been doing it but us. I believe this whole shakeup is targeted at us. Everybody else is just casualties. That's what I believe. I believe this is targeted at us because the lie that's been told about us being 13% of the population is a total, blatant out lie. And I believe the whole fight is between us. And that's what they're trying to do. And they're trying to find ways of getting us in the streets. That's what I believe. And we're not budging. We're not going in stores tearing up stuff. We're not shoplifting. We're not doing none of that stuff that they thought was going to take place because of the food stamps. Now, we still got time if we was to do it, but we ain't planning. I haven't heard anybody say anything like that. And I advise anybody not to do it. I really do. I advise nobody to go and steal out no stores. Because believe it or not, in the long run, it's going to hurt the rest of us who didn't do it. Because that's when you shoplift and you take, that's when prices go up. So I'm not advising anybody to go to no stores and steal no turkeys. It's not that serious. It's not that serious when it comes to these holidays. You need to eat the rest of the year, not just during the holiday. And they know that we're celebratory people. They know we believe in these holidays. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to do whatever it takes by any means necessary. That's what we're going to do. But we don't have to do that. We don't have to do none of that. And that's what I'm advising all you guys who's ever having that thought of, I'm going to go in the store and steal a turkey. I'm going to get the food I need. I'm going to steal. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And like I said, I believe we're the target. Out of everything that's being done, Project 2025 is for us. Everybody else is casualties. And they'll do whatever they have to do to move everybody out the way to get to us. Because in their minds, we need welfare, we need food stamps, we need all this. Because in their minds, how they think of us is we don't do nothing but suck off the government. We lazy, we don't want to work. But I just gave you examples that we have military soldiers that get food stamps and welfare. Get food stamps because they can't afford to feed their family. But they get up every day and they go to work, okay? And they're never off work. A soldier works 24/7. Let me say this again. A soldier works 24/7. A soldier works 24/7. And he still can't afford to provide for his family. So that bull crap about being lazy and don't want to work, that's bull crap. And I wish they would stop throwing that out there, that people are lazy and they don't want to work.
Hold on. There was something you just said. First off, although we are the target, right? I'm not gonna say don't take from other people, don't take from these businesses to feed your family. You do what it takes to make sure you and yours have, because you can damn sure bet your bottom dollar that they're doing the exact same thing. And majority of the time, they're stealing from you. They're doing it right now in the White House.
I'm not going to agree with you on that. Because
we don't have
in
to
the
agree on that.
Listen,
But
in the long run,
I tell you what,
in the long run, when you can't,
I'm not for letting our kids starve for bureaucracy. I don't care about what the loss is. Those Walmart has insurance. They can replace all of that. We're not going to beat this system until we start utilizing some of the methods and means that they do to us. Perfect example, the gerrymandering, right? So it was cool when they was doing it. But now that other states are starting to do it and look at California, kicking them Republican now, it's a problem. But y'all been screwing us over for years. Like I'm not against that. I'm not against that. I'm not against it.
Well, I am.
I understand, and I understand it's a principle thing. I get that part. But it's only principle when it involves Black people. We always are taking this imaginary moral high ground that doesn't exist. It don't exist. The mayor of Pineville, nepotism. The mayor of Alexandria, nepotism. Deborah Randolph, nepotism. Majority of the school board, nepotism. You got a school board superintendent that doesn't even have his kids enrolled in public school that he oversees. These people stay taken from us. But we have to take this imaginary moral high road. I can't. Something in me won't let me accept that. When we were doing it and feeding and clothing the community and defending the community and educating the community, we were the problem. They had the police watching us and we weren't stealing shit. We were giving it away. They're going to persecute and blame us either way it goes. I'm not saying go out there with the purposes of taking, no. But don't let your family go without, because they damn sure don't let theirs, even if they got to take it from you. You probably just don't know it. Matter of fact, you do know it. You do know it. That's why everybody's going to be piled up downtown, dancing with fucking Cupid, doing a fucking shuffle while he blows through your money on some damn winter fit. While these white folks out here is ice skating in the middle of goddamn Louisiana in the middle of a 70-degree weather at $10,000 a day. While they're blowing through gas for a generator just to keep the ground frozen enough to maintain the ice so little white kids can ice skate. You guys don't understand. Like, you know what? I'm good. My bad. I'm not saying go steal, but I'm saying at least watch them people that's stealing from you. At least do that much. Just do that much. At least do that much. Y'all owe it to yourselves to at least pay attention to how these people are demonizing and criminalizing you for strictly for surviving. They criminalize and demonize you when you're successful. They criminalize and demonize you when you're unsuccessful. When you're going through your trials and tribulations, they do the same damn thing. You're going to get treated the same way no matter what you do. So do something that matters. At least that's what I'm going to stand on. And I apologize if that is unbecoming of me. But I'm over it. Like, honestly, I'm over the persecution. It doesn't matter what black folks do. These crackers are going to look at us the same way every time. We all fit the description. We all do. And it's sad. It's sad. It truly is. So what they say, do you, boo-boo. Get yours. Get yours, because these crackers damn sure taking it from you. And the real reason that they mad is because you figured out that they was taking it from you and you decided to try to take some of it back. That's why they're really mad. You want to piss Jock Roy off? Don't vote for that damn tax renewal this November. Because yes, there's an election happening. Don't give him the tax renewal and see how much he care about y'all. He did it to y'all with the restore. They steal from y'all. They took from y'all. They took the damn Clico money from you. You tell them, like, I understand the moral part of it about not taking. But this is what they do. This is who they are. You can't win in a game where you're already handicapped. And you're always handy. I'm tired of being handicapped. I'm tired of trying to take this imaginary moral high ground that they don't even take. Like, I'm tired of that. I'm over that part. We're letting people with no good morals tell us what is morally wrong. They don't have any morals. You think your sheriff? Never mind. They don't have any morals. Any morals. So I don't understand this imaginary moral high ground we're supposed to be on. But I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. I'm not saying go steal. I'm not saying go take. I'm gonna try to understand this imaginary moral high ground that we're supposed to take every time something gets done to us. You slap us in our face, we're supposed to be cool. Y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. I ain't saying get out in the streets because like Boo just said, we can protest without getting in the streets. We could protest by having being more educated about what's going on around us and what's being done to us. And then like even when we say what's being done to us, as soon as we say that, they turn us in like we're, oh, you got that victim mentality. The only way somebody can have a victim mentality is if somebody's taking advantage of them. And if there's nobody taking advantage of us, then explain why our communities look the way they look. And don't tell us about the condition of our people. Talk about the money that they're taking from out of our communities. Their communities exist because our communities suffer. That's why I'm saying there's a profit in poverty. And the second we figure that out, it's capitalism. That's why they're gonna be line dancing in front of City Hall, listening to the fucking Cupid Shuffle, and going back to houses where their light utility bill is through the roof with no recourse. That's all. That I'm off it. I'm off it. I apologize if I come across as unbecoming or if what I'm saying doesn't sound correct. But I'm thinking, how dare they hold us to this higher moral standard that they don't even have? If you guys knew about Mark Wood's married life, you would be like, what the hell is he talking about morals? He doesn't have any real morals. This is how they live their personal life. If you knew about what half of these people, what they actually did behind closed doors, you'd be like, what the hell? You were the one trying to hold me accountable? You're not even accountable in your own household. Your kids are step cousin brothers and sisters. You're going to tell me about a moral high ground? I digress. I'm sorry. Let me go back on mute.
I'm not trying to tell you you choose to do what you want. I'm saying to keep us from out of jailhouses and keeping us from the long run benefits or the repercussions of us doing that. That's what I'm talking about. When you do that, the prices go up. You can't afford nothing now. Think about it from that standpoint. You go and you steal and you rob and you do all that. That's going to go back and they're going to go and put them prices up even higher. That bag of chicken, them hind quarter legs of chicken, going to cost you $10 and $11, opposed to it just costing 9 or 6. I mean 5 or 6. I'm just saying, think about it.
8 here.
Oh shoot. Okay. So just a minute. So okay. So do you see the point now? Go steal one. Go steal a bag of chicken.
I don't want nobody to steal nothing.
Okay.
But
I'm
I
just
hate
saying.
the fact that our people are
That's what shoplifting does. That it raises the prices of stuff.
No, those people have insurances. The thing about shoplifting is that they don't care about you taking anything. That's why they don't stop you.
But
they don't care. That stuff is inventory. They'll
but
replace
honey,
that.
you can say that because you know why? They're gonna replace it, and when you go with the store to buy it, the bottom line is gonna matter to them. That's all that matters. And hiking up the prices, that's where the bottom line comes in at.
Haven't they been doing that all along now?
No, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying they never did. I'm just saying, that's what they do. So why feed into that?
I feel you. Don't get me wrong, I feel you.
Yeah.
But
why feed into
I
that?
said, if these people have been dependent on this, not for no, you know what I'm saying? And it's supplemental. It's supplemental. It's in addition to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like in this misnomer about how many black folks are on. This shit is gonna hurt a lot more white folks than it's gonna hurt black folks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna hurt white folks a lot more at a larger proportionality. It's gonna hurt. They're gonna suffer. That's all I can say. They're gonna suffer. We're gonna suffer, but they're really gonna suffer. But with like the people that are white people on food stamps usually are stealing it, right? They're usually the ones that aren't reporting everything that they have access to. Usually, that's how they're able to skirt the system. They're the ones that beat the system all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just is you can shoot yourself in the foot, but so many times. And I think
Exactly.
all of the one-toothers out there, all them poor white trash people out there that are on food stamps right now, or that voted for Trump. It is what it is. Hold on, we got somebody in the audience. Is that Nat? Yep,
What? What Nat say?
he's in the building.
Oh, hey Nat.
You there? Is he on mute? No, he's not on mute. Hold on. He said he backstage. You're not backstage. You on
Did
stage.
you? There you go.
No,
There you go.
I got it.
I already got him up there. That's because y'all we working both the
But it's okay.
controls. So
Don't. Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's where the confusion is.
Okay, whatever.
We talk about protesting, right? Hello?
A
Yeah,
little
we
bit,
here.
not too much though.
Okay.
No, I'm saying we're not
Well,
talking about protesting a little bit, but
yeah, we got to be careful
I
with
don't
that
think we should.
because,
I don't think we should. We ain't on no king shit. I don't. That's not our bag.
well, we got to watch that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because every time we start to protest, all of a sudden, magically, you got a pallet of bricks pop up and nobody don't know how they got there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and if that don't work, then the pallet will pop up, and some mass people will pop up and start throwing the bricks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't
And
know. And we don't
somehow,
know.
again, we end up getting demonized and blamed for it.
Yeah. So the best way to protest is with your money. You don't buy nothing. You don't buy nothing. We are strong as nations when it come down to money, but we just don't stick together and stuff like this. But hey, look, man, I'm finna throw in my black card. I'm tired of being black. Yeah, I don't want to be black no more.
I think these days, because everything is it's all out in the open. I think I love being black because these folks can't help but try. Oh, what happened to him? Oh, he must have lost signal. These folks can't help but try to target us. And now it's so prevalent that now they have no other choice but to admit that the fact that they're actually even targeting us is simply because we're black. Now it ain't no way around it.
That's what you're gonna find out when you listen to the show from
Dr.
earlier
Crash,
today.
see,
Yep.
I've read a lot of her stuff, but I've always been a big fan of Dr. Francis. But
Well,
go ahead.
Tavar, they don't have no other choice but to go after us. But the only thing they don't know what they're gonna do with us. Because the black people don't have problems in other countries. Well, some countries, so they can't send us nowhere. If you're gonna, send me somewhere, just give me back all the stuff that I invented, and I'll be glad to go back wherever you want me to go. And I'll leave your ass back in the Stone Ages. If you give me everything I invented, and say y'all go back where y'all go back to Africa, okay? Give us the patents to everything we started. They'll die. They don't mean it. Tavares, you gotta understand. We they only friends, Tavares. Who forgive a white boy quicker than a black boy? Nobody.
Nobody.
No. Am I right, Ms. McCall?
Yep.
Who forgives them quicker than us? Let me tell you something. If you fight them, if they go to war with anybody, it's a war. But they go to war with black folks, the black folks go pray. We're their only friends. We don't kick them in the ass like they kick us in our ass. We say,
I was just saying.
The Lord will fight my battles. Why the Lord ain't tell Japan to fight their battles? No, they don't believe in that. So we the only friend the white boy really got. So they really can't tell us to go nowhere. Because them people kick that, man, them people run all over them people. So they got
We're
to
the only
realize.
friend that they have that the relationship isn't a quid pro quo.
That's why you got to steal from them when you can.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's not a quid pro quo. The relationship between black people and white people in America is not quid pro quo. White people can take and take and take and take, and black people will give and give and give and give and get nothing in return. You damn right we your best friend. We the ones that you can use the most.
Exactly. And we scared to steal from them. We scared to steal money from them. We scared to do them any kind of way. So that way they can get away with a whole lot of stuff. You see? So we gonna, we'll let God provide. Not me. I'm gonna steal from you. I'm gonna get over it any way I could. It don't sound right, but I'm gonna get over any way I could on the people. Cause they gonna do it to me, and they don't care. So why should I care?
Now you see my logic, Mama.
No, I'm listening to y'all, but I'm not with that. So I'm sorry. I get what y'all saying. I'm not with that.
What do you mean? So you mean to tell me?
I'm not saying you already know how I feel. I ain't gotta go after and steal from them and take from them. You know what? No, I don't have to do it. I don't.
Let me tell you something.
Hey, look, the key part is they don't gotta do it neither.
Thank you. Miss McCall, when they cut that ham, that pig up, and I got to get the chitlins, I might not want to eat the chitlins.
Well, I know I don't eat chitlins, so
yeah, but if we slave,
that's all you gonna be provided.
Nope.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to steal some off the table. I'm gonna try to give me a boiled egg or something. I'm gonna try to give me a hot piece of chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna try to give me a ham, a piece of the ham. I don't care about them because, Mr. Carl, at the end of the day, what do they care about us?
Michael said it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Michael said, all I gotta say is that they don't really care about us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you're breaking this house and stuff like that when you're young. You steal all these games and stuff like that, Mr. Carl. And then you go back, man, what happened? Man, somebody's broke my house.
You help them look for it.
Okay.
Hold on. Because I think we had a unique turning point, right? I'm gonna look something up. Because let me tell you something. I've been on my Michael Jackson kick lately, and I don't know where it came from, but Michael was a bad man. Prince was a bad man, but Michael was he was a bad man.
He was a gangster.
Right? Because Michael put that shit in them people's face.
Yeah, he was a gangster. See, Miss McCall, you said you can't. So what you saying, Miss McCall? You just don't want to deal with him at all?
I wouldn't deal with him at all. That's just me.
But unfortunately, got to though, Miss McCall.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Why we got to? Tell me, give me a
Listen,
reason why
listen,
we
listen,
got.
listen. I'm gonna run through this whole thing, right? I'm not gonna repeat the parts. This is 1995. He said, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us. He said, don't worry what people say. We know the truth. He said, enough is enough of this garbage. All I want to say, he said, skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad, situation, aggravation, everybody allegation. In the suite, on the news, everybody dog food, bang, bang, shot dead, everybody's gone mad. All I want to, he said, beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Jew me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me. And then he says, tell me what has become of my life. And he says, I have a wife and 2 children who love me. And he says, I'm still a victim of police brutality. I'm tired of being the victim of hate. You're raping me of my pride. For God's sake, I look to heaven to fulfill his prophecy, set me free. And then he goes back in. He says, tell me what has become of my rights. Am I invisible because you ignore me? Your proclamation promised me free liberty. I'm tired of being a victim of shame. They're throwing me in a class with a bad name. I can't believe this is the land from which I came. And he said, I can't believe this is the land from which I came. And that's a deeper meaning as well. But we'll get back to that on another day. He said, you know, I really do hate to say it. The government don't want to see. But if Roosevelt was living, he wouldn't let this be. So like I'm saying, you can't, nobody said anything that prolific since then and been that big.
And Mr. Carl, remember they trying to get rid of our rights with this gerrymandering stuff they're trying to do with this district map.
Exactly.
This is what he's talking about. So Michael Jackson is saying this in 1895.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to make us invincible.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before I go, I'm gonna steal something from. I'm gonna steal a chicken. I'm gonna steal something from you. And listen,
That's
it's out
what
of
Mike
love.
did. Didn't Mike take the Beatles catalog?
Mike took the Beatles catalog. Eminem
and half of
was
Sony.
rapping. Yeah, Mr. McCall. Eminem was rapping about Michael Jackson, and he bought the man catalog. So every time you make a song about me, it go cost you, and you go pay me. So, Mr.
That's
McCall,
what I'm
I know
saying.
you don't
That's
want
what
to
I'm
deal with
saying,
him.
Miss Alita. I love you dearly. I do. But these people, it's at some certain point, it's like, what? We can't play the game that they're playing because they're cheating.
There you
and
go.
We're not willing to cheat.
See, that's the part, right? That's Mars. That's the part. We're not willing to do what they doing because we, Mama say God, let God fight the battles. You see, so when God fighting the battle, we steady getting beat. Well, God, is you gonna win the battle or damn? Hold up, God, hold up, tag me in or something. I gotta fight back, God, because I'm getting my ass whooped down here. You see.
Oh, fighting back. Okay, so you're saying fighting back is stealing from them?
No.
Yeah.
How they got it was stolen from us.
Yeah.
So fighting back isn't stealing from them. Fighting back is taking what they took from us.
Yeah, you Mr. Carl, you remember Roots, right? When Philip played like he was dumb and all that stuff, and Philip said, "You got to learn that white boy. Sit back and learn what that white boy do." See, that's what Philip did. He sat back and he studied that white boy. And guess what? Now, when it's my turn to give it out, I'm gonna get it, and I ain't gonna feel bad about it. So, Mr. McCall, stealing can't be that bad because God told people to kill everybody. So what's wrong with stealing and getting something back? Remember, they stole land from the Indians where they got over here. So what do I give a damn about stealing stuff from the people, Mr. McCall? So okay, what do you suggest I do, Mr. McCall? We do. Hello?
She there. She coming up with an idea right now.
No, I had to unplug my headphones and replug them in. That's all. I heard you saying. Yeah.
Oh, I guess you don't feel like hearing it.
No,
No,
Nat, don't
what
even
do you
do that.
suggest we do?
What we do?
I suggest that you take care of your family the best way you know how. That's what I
And
suggest.
stealing sometimes. And
And-
stealing sometimes.
no, no, I'm not.
What you talking about?
You working,
Miss
you
McCall,
got a job. Keep paying them bills with that job you got before it leaves you.
But how I'm gonna pay bills and buy food?
You can do both. He been doing it. He been doing
Boom.
it. Let me tell you
Let me
something.
catch you.
Let me
Let
tell
me
you
catch
something.
you.
Nat, let me tell
Man,
you something. Nat, stop it. Nat, no. If he get out that truck and stop driving, his family is not going to be starving. Okay? All right. Okay.
Yeah,
But
but that
Nat is
once
an
in a while.
exception. Nat is.
But that once in a while, I
Not
get something.
everybody. Nat knows that not everybody's in his position, so it's not him personally that he's speaking about.
I know. I know.
It's
I
the
still
people
get one for there once in a while, Miss McCall.
You want to steal every now and what did you
I still get one for there once in a while, just see if I got it. Yeah. Yeah. They say something. Oh man, I forgot. I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I forgot. My bad. Yeah. And don't feel bad at all, Mr. McCall.
Okay.
Listen, Mr. McCall. Surviving is surviving. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Um, they stack. It's a card game, and they made all the rules, and they got all the cards that go in the game. So I'm gonna try to look at somebody's hand, see if I can get up, get the upper hand on somebody. I'm gonna try to peep in their hand or something.
But okay, so we allowed him to do that, didn't we?
No,
No,
ma'am.
my great
Don't you put
grandmother,
this
my
back
great
on
grandmother.
us. Wait.
Yeah,
No,
them both
ma'am.
times.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Wait,
I'm not, because that's the same thing that they be talking about when women end up with these men that ain't shit. Right? At
yeah,
some point or another, they lied, right?
Okay.
yeah.
These niggas that's got these women knocked up or pregnant or whatever, they sold these women a dream, right? And them women, I'm not saying they victims, but they were listening to someone that they thought was telling them the truth, as black people have with the government for
Yeah,
years.
you told me you love me. That's why I laid down. You didn't tell me I hate you, you ugly, and then I laid down. You told me you love me, and I laid down
You
and gave
told
you
me
what you want.
everything I wanted to hear.
There you go.
You free. Here's the 13th and 14th Amendment. Oh, you can vote. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
indefinite. We love you. Welcome to
yeah,
like we understand that we did you wrong, but here's your piece of the American pie, but you just gotta suffer for it a little bit. But after you get done suffering, it's gonna be all, it's gonna be good.
yeah. And after you
That's
wake up
what they
from your
did to
dream,
us.
Martin Luther King told you had a dream. So
Only
now,
way you could have a dream is if you sleep.
yeah.
Or a
So
daydream, and them ain't that beneficial to you.
yeah, I don't. Mr. Paul, you got to get your lick back. I'm a firm believer
Oh,
in
that's
getting my
what we've
lick
been
back.
talking about this whole time? Yeah. Well, I'm a professional lick back getter. You know what I mean?
Hey, Miss McCall, I wouldn't get my lick back if you didn't do me any kind of way, Miss McCall. Think about that.
I know. I understand that. Nobody gonna get licked back on something, nothing, for what?
Yeah.
If you have to have some reason to do it, right?
Okay, just think about it. When you go to the bank, you try to get a loan,
Uh-huh.
and then they don't want to give you no loan.
Okay.
So when somebody come out the bank and they drop $100, I'm gonna step on the $100 bill and wait till they leave.
And I'm gonna slide that son bitch right in my pocket.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Miss McCall, let me give you a prime example. You remember they had Kmart across the street from Super One,
Yeah.
right? And this guy cut my daddy off in traffic right there in front of Super One. It's a white guy. My daddy followed that man to Kmart because the man came out of Super One too. My daddy followed that man to Kmart. Waited till that man went in Kmart. And my daddy popped that man window, his lock. and stole all his groceries while we was in the car. Now, some people might say that's wrong, but not my daddy. You know what he said? He won't cut nobody else off.
Oh, he gonna cut somebody else off because you don't really know that's why he got licked.
Yeah, see, Mr. McCall?
No.
I'm talking about stole all his groceries. Now, was it right?
No, it wasn't.
I don't know that.
100% wrong. It was wrong.
No,
Because it was wrong.
I don't know. I
It was
think I'm gonna
wrong.
be morally ambiguous on this one. Ambiguous.
Yeah, you can. Mr. McCall, when I say stole all of them, with us in the car, Mr. McCall.
Okay. So what you showing your kids?
He showed me not to cut nobody off.
Sometimes somebody gotta hurt. If they hurt you, sometimes you gotta hurt them.
Yeah. And I ain't saying, Mr. McCall, and we was in the car looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this dude really doing this. I bet he won't cut nobody else off. I'm like, wow.
All over
guess what?
cutting off somebody.
Yeah, all over cutting some. Yeah. Yeah. And it was a white man too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's Mr. McCall, you got to get your lick. Okay, say right now, Mr. McCall, if we were slaves, and I got this book coming called Black AF History.
Yeah, I already got
Black
it.
and fuck history.
I got
You got it,
it.
Mr. Oh, okay, I got it coming. So they sell Tavares. What you gonna do? Be okay with it?
They sell Tavares. You talking about him as a grown person now, or when he was little? Which one?
If he's little, Mr. McCall.
Wait a minute. What you trying to sell me now?
So if they selling Mr. McCall,
I got about
ain't nothing I can do about it.
If they put me on the field.
Look, let me tell you something. if they sold him back then, ain't nothing I can do about it.
But you gotta watch their kids.
No, I don't. I know what poison
Yeah, you do.
You work for
No, look, I know what poison is.
Well, hold up now. Wait a minute. You can't do that. I thought we knew.
Hold on now. We not poisoning nobody.
You see? So now, are you wrong for doing what you do?
No, I would make them give me back my baby.
How, Ms. McCall?
Cause
no, you can't.
Let me tell you.
3/5 of a human, Ms. McCall. That's why they sold him.
No, it was women back then that knew what to do. Okay.
And you know they did. They killed some of the master kids. Ms. McCall, don't think that we was all angels and stuff when we was all
baby,
slaves.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah, we weren't all angels now. Some of us didn't. Yeah, we prayed all right. We prayed how to get you back.
Yeah.
So some of that spirit, some of that spirit still lingers, Mr. McCall.
I know.
Yeah, man. Shit. You let me find. If a white person lived next door to me, I'll be trying to find out how to steal electricity.
Oh.
Wouldn't feel bad.
Nope.
You can't feel bad, Mr. McCall, because nobody don't feel bad when they're doing it to us.
That's right.
That's all right. I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. That's it. That's all.
Nobody don't feel bad they do it to us.
They don't.
They charge us outrageous taxes, utilities. So if I see the utility man truck just sitting around, I see some on there I want. Yeah, what? I'm gonna get. I paid for it with the taxes.
Yeah.
Like right now, I got a friend. I ain't gonna say his name. That if he get brown water in his house, he got the tool to go out there and open the hydrant himself and flush out the water. Now where he get that tool from?
He bought it in the store. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay.
They don't sell that in the store.
He bought it in the store. I don't know what the problem is, sir.
That's one of them agenda items that they be throwing on the city council agenda.
Do you think he wait on them to come over there? You know what he say? Man, my water brown. What you finna do? I'm finna go drain the thing.
I'm finna flush this system.
Yeah. And look, and he just do it like it because you can't wait on them, Mr. McCall.
I know.
He said they don't drink brown water, so I ain't gonna drink no brown water. I'm gonna flush it every time it get brown.
Every time it get brown.
I'm talking about if it turn a little tan.
Yeah. You see, he flushes his own system.
See,
and that's
Hey, Nat, see, I told you I have it already. This is my library right here on screen, if you can see it. And there it goes right there. I bought it back in December.
What is this,
Oh,
Amazon?
they allow you.
What they allow me? No, wait a minute. What you
They,
mean they allowed me?
they allowed you to read in them parts of the woods.
Yes, they allow me to read in the part of the wood. This parts of the wood.
You got the hardback.
No, I ain't did a hardback.
She got the PDF.
No, no, I have the audio. This is in my audio library.
Okay, I got to get the hardback. Practice, polish up on my reading.
I got the new Jim Crow. I got the Color of Law. I got Race for Profit. I got all them kind of books.
Yeah. I wonder why. I bet people say, why they read so much? I like reading.
I have White Fragility. I have Black Skin, White Mask. I got Why Are All Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria? I got the Guide to Mental Health, Black Mental Health. I got the Whiteness of Wealth.
We got to watch that mental health stuff, Mr. McCall.
What do you mean?
We got to watch it. You ever heard of the Sandra Bland Act?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know that's a setup, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we were only happy that we got a name.
Mm-hmm.
We were tricked, and hallelujah, we got a Sandra Bland Act.
That's because we don't pay attention. We get excited. They put that title up there, and if you don't know how to read legally, you will get caught up in it, making it sound good. Mm-hmm.
And that's when I think they're gonna try to do all over. Because that Sandra Black said the police officer could deem you mentally incompetent.
Mm-hmm.
The police officer, his ass ain't got out of high school yet.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to the hospital, they're not allowed to tell you, ma'am.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But if you go to the mental hospital, all your rights are gone because guess what? You are deemed crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And
guess
what?
We got two cops that just got kicked off the force and arrested.
Yeah. You see? So that could be dangerous. Like the Sonia Massey case, where that police, his friend said he was scared of him.
Mm-hmm. He sure did. He sure said that.
Man, we both got guns. We could take 10 paces and draw.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't finna bully me. Yeah, you got a gun, I got a gun.
Yeah.
You see? And that man said he was a bully. He was scared of him. And you ain't tell nobody?
Because they don't tell on each other. You know that.
It's the thin blue line.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's the same thing in the military. And that's the same thing corrections, too.
We do that in truck driving. If we run somebody off the road, we're going to swear to God it was the car fault.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that car was drunk. Yes. But he dead. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we do the same
rest
thing.
In peace. Yeah, rest in
peace. But Ms. McCall, baby, you got to learn how to steal. You got to learn how to steal. You got to learn how to steal some spices when you go and master the room and stuff like that. Steal some of her perfume or something. You got to put the perfume on the towel, dab it in the towel or something, and steal it every once in a while. But ain't nothing wrong with stealing.
Okay.
It's good for the economy.
It is good for the economy.
Yeah, they got insurance on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Not go to Walmart, steal me a sneaker ball or two. Yeah, man, look here. Yeah. And they say something about it, I just say, oh, man, I forgot. I paid for everything else. My bad, bro. Yeah. Don't feel bad either, Mr. McCall. That stuff over Mr. McCall. The dollar is not worth nothing, Mr. McCall. Think about it. The dollar ain't worth 50 cents no more. A Little Debbie snack cake costs $2. I don't eat them no more, Mr. McCall. I used to pay for a quarter for that stuff, and now it's $2. Man, I'm gonna stick one in my pocket and walk out the store. Man, no. Man, you wrong for stealing. No, I'm not. Yeah, we got to toughen you up, something, Mr. McCall. Oh,
yeah, we gotta. What they call it? We gotta smarten her up a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta do something. Just I don't know, boy.
She we got to teach her. We got to teach her about taking that pack of Kool-Aid and putting it underneath the putting the barcode out underneath the
Yeah,
TV, or
yeah.
taping the Kool-Aid pack barcode to the TV and then swiping it at the self checkout.
Yeah, like so. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, y'all crazy. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
I seen
It's like
people.
right now.
I heard people paying 50 cents for a PlayStation 5.
It's like right now, Mr. Carl. It's going to get tough on some people, and not because of the food stamps. Because, see, and this is what black folks got to understand. You've been poor all your goddamn life, so a couple of dollars food stamp really don't make no difference. You just got to know how to tweak it right now. You got to quit eating ain't no lobster, shrimp. You got to go back to eating salmon patties and potted meat. You see, we've been poor all. When I say poor, Mr. McCall, we got to understand. Louisiana is a poor state. It's one of the poorest in America.
Yeah.
It ain't changed. There ain't nothing changed about that in decades.
Nope.
Yeah. So we can't say, oh, we living high on the hog. No, you eating the ass of the hog. You eating the chitlins and the guts and pig feet. So now that this economy finna hurt, only thing it's really gonna hurt is people's image, Miss McCall. That's all it's gonna hurt. Because now you can't eat this. Oh, girl, I got 5-pound crawfish. No, you don't either. You
Not this
get them
month.
crawfish out the you get them out the ditch. You better learn how to go crawfish. Yeah. Yeah, get some fat back and put on that stick and go in one of them ditches and get your own crawfish. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how I used to do it, and I'm allergic to crawfish. If you want some crabs, go down there and Cameron somewhere, learn how to crab and get you a bunch of crabs. But
No,
it's
there
gonna
was
hurt
this
people.
one lady that I seen on TikTok, Facebook, I don't know, and I felt what she was saying. Because niggas be niggering sometimes. You know what I mean? And she said,
Hey,
"Oh
dear.
no, I know the Don Julio Respado drinking, Balmain Balenciaga wearing. People ain't worried about missing out on no food stamps for a month. I know that. I know not you gold chain tattoo wearing like all this, because all that shit costs money. I know you not worried about no 1 month without food stamps. I mean, I know somebody that's got the entire collection of Jordans ain't worried about a little 1 month without food stamps.
See?
I know you bottle popping niggas that be in the club is not worried about no food stamps.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are worried about food stamps. And Tawar, when you're poor, you really see when you're poor, you don't know you're poor because everybody around you poor.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen a poor man live in a rich neighborhood. When
I
you
seen
poor,
a
you
rich
hang up.
man live in a poor people neighborhood, but he was saving money.
Yeah. But so what I'm trying to say is you got to put your image to the side. Because, see, let me tell you something. An image will kill a person quicker than gun would.
Yep.
Because they fight so hard to keep that image. Oh, I don't use nothing but this. I don't cook with nothing but this. Man, let me tell you something. I drive a truck. The only thing they do is change the brand on that stuff, y'all. All that stuff is made in the same building when they make it. The water they just put a different brand on it. Walmart water ain't no different than Coca-Cola water. They put another name on it, and guess what? We drink it and pay extra for it because it's Coca-Cola water.
You saw what 50
Ain't
Cent
that
did
stuff?
with the vitamin water.
Yeah. So these people with that brand stuff, you better put that aside because that's gonna hurt you. And like I say, I can say it because I drive a truck. Man, look here, I haul alcohol sometimes. You don't think I give me a man? And listen, Mr. McCall, I hauled 100% alcohol. You hear what I'm saying? And I know the recipe to break it down. You don't think I give me a couple of barrels? Shit, I'm gonna give you.
What the hell you gonna do with
Mr.
a
McCall,
couple barrels of alcohol?
huh? Yeah. Well, a couple of gallons, you know. Get you a couple of gallons, get you 5 gallons of bars, and you gotta put so much cold water to break it down to 90%, so much cold water to break it down to 70%. Yeah. I learned that by hauling this stuff right there.
So
Yeah,
what you be
yeah.
drinking it?
No, Tavares, alcohol, rubbing alcohol.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, I haul it. Yeah. Man, I ain't paying for no alcohol no more than call $4 a gallon. I mean $4
A barrel.
no.
Oh, for the little
It's
ones.
yeah, yeah. I'm not making all
Yeah.
alcohol. Yeah. So yeah, Mr. McCall, listen, it's Mr. McCall. When they put us in the butcher store, we got to know how to cut the meat so we can take some home to our family. See, Mr. McCall, we got to learn how to get over on them, Mr. McCall. We got to get something out the deal because we're not getting paid fairly as it is. So why not get you a couple of slices of that meat? You know, you weigh the meat, you put a little weight on there, and he think he got it all, and then you take your meat off and you put it, you know, in your parents' leg or something. And when you get home, yeah, he goes, y'all got y'all steak. Yeah, Mr. McCall. Oh Lord, Mr. I don't feel bad for living, Mr. McCall. Now morally, I can't. You know, Johnny Taylor got a song say, I told my conscience I won't bother him. Wait, as long as he don't bother me, I won't bother him. That's what he tell his conscience. Yeah, yeah. Every now and then. Yeah, I ain't gonna bother you, conscience. Just don't bother me. So, but we can't be fair, Mr. McCall, because it's not an even playing field. And it's sad because we all supposed to be humans. But when the Catholic priest them put a black race and white race on it, we got cheated, and we behind in this game. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I'm not no moral police. I'm not gonna say it's wrong. I'm not gonna say it's right. Do what you got to do sometimes.
Just got to
So
do it.
yeah.
Just do it. Don't matter, huh? Just do it.
Yeah. And about these food stamps,
Miss Charlene said, I should be okay because my cousin say my shirt costs $5 when sometimes it'd be $1. Never like to spend a lot on looks. Yeah.
well, that's Miss Charlotte
You
deal.
think it's a $5 shirt? You think it's a
That's
$5 shirt?
that's the Miss Deal, right, Tavares?
Miss Deal.
Let me tell you about that lady one day. Man, that lady was finna get into it. Now, we in Alabama. She went on the trip with us. And you know, it costs $5 for everybody to get in. So I say, well, I'll pay for it. And she say she gonna pay for it. And I'm saying, no, I'll pay for it. You can't outdo me. Yeah, but now she got money, you know. But that lady wanted to pay for everybody to get in, and I couldn't let her do it because she a lady, you know. But that lady went back and forth about 5 minutes up there in front of the people. You know, who gonna pay for him? I'm gonna pay for him. No, I'm gonna pay for him. No, Miss Charlene, I'm gonna pay for him. No, I'm gonna pay for him. Well, God. But anyway, that's a nice young lady. She went on the trip with us to Alabama, to Montgomery. Yes. She brought about 4 people. No. Yeah, she about 4 people with her. But yeah, she's a nice young lady, Tavar. She's a nice young lady. And she had a peacekeeper with her, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. Keeping the peace, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We want to go get crowded because we well protected. Yeah. Well, Miss McCall, it ain't fair to us, Miss McCall. We've been taken. All of us came from another land. I'm not gonna say that, but as a whole, we've been treated so cruel and so wrong until I don't think it's I don't feel bad if I get over it once in a while. James Evans tried so long to get over, and every time he thought he had $1, they take two from him. And poor James never did make it, Mr. McCall. He never did make it. But and guess,
Who James? Who you talking about?
James Evans.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And guess who held him back? His wife,
man.
Florida.
Yeah.
No, Florida. Because remember, James found money. Yeah. When he found all that money, James, what would Jesus do, James? God damn it, baby, damn Jesus, we ain't got no food. Yeah. James, just turn the money back in. But baby, this is our chance. Oh, James, don't do that, please. You see what happened, Mr. McCall? You see?
Could have got
All
out
because
the ghetto.
they could have got out the ghetto. Or she rather stay there and suffer. That hey. So
That's that imaginary moral high ground I've been talking about.
that imaginary hog, that high ground ain't got nothing on it, Tabar. That's a myth.
It looked like the top of a flat hill. There's nothing up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. And she prayed to the white Jesus, Mr. Carl. And she got mad at JJ when he prayed to black Jesus. Ain't that something?
I remember that.
Yeah.
But we were all like that. She was the typical black woman in the project.
And she believed in standing in the projects too, because man, look. No, James, don't do that with that money. Come on, baby. Just come on, baby. This is my chance. No, James, what would God do? And he found all that money and man gave you $50.
Damn.
God.
Now here's the question: was she happy?
Yeah, she was happy.
Some people are happy in their what's the name? You know that they're comfortable. Comfortable in their uncomfortability.
Lord, baby, you see how they treat me on these jobs? I'm gonna keep this money. I deal with God later on. That's me though. So, well, no.
Yep. We did too.
Y'all,
We had damn near 3 hours tonight.
yeah, I'm sorry I came in late, but
no, that's fine.
I got tricked.
You got tricked.
She said you need to stop, Nat. She don't have money. She just love to help others.
She said you'll have people knocking at her door asking for money, like trying to. Oh man, I almost said something. I almost said something.
You see, she
Y'all know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like to have that that income where y'all ain't got to worry about nothing.
Well, Tavares, I don't know how to answer that, Tavares. Yeah, how to answer that. I came a long way. Yeah.
I mean, it's steps that you took to put yourself in this position. You know.
Well,
that you
I
enjoy
wanted
what
stuff.
you do.
Yeah. Tavares, when you want stuff, and see, Tavares, people don't understand. I'm scared. The first time I get comfortable, no telling what might happen.
Right.
You see, so you got to live with a fear. If you don't live with a fear, you're not a wise man. And when I say that, I mean, and it's not about money. It's about to make sure you're comfortable. You see, you can't never get in front of a ball that's going to run you over. But damn it, I can stand side by side with it and keep on moving. So I live with fear, man. Like I say, I had my lights cut off. Man, I got PSTD, whatever they call it, about the lights being cut off. No, we ain't gonna cut the lights off. And I like to eat what I want to eat. You see, so the fear I live with drives the motivation to keep on going, if that makes sense.
Right.
You know, I can't say, well, I just settle for this. Man, I ain't settling for nothing. I'm trying to get all I can get while I got good health and sound, how they say, sound mind and able body. Because one of these days I ain't gonna be able to do this. But while I can, I'm gonna do the best I could. And that's just what it's all about. You see, so like I said, I live with that constant fear, man. Tavares, you ever had that leather couch when you go to sleep on it and you wake up with the whelps in your face? Yeah, and then the slob hit that leather couch and man, let me tell you something. Mm-mm. Or you had that thick that wood couch that had them pillars on it. Man,
With
no,
the
Tavares,
wait, the one where the armrest was uncomfortable as hell to lay on.
straight wood, Tavares. Yeah,
Straight wood.
yeah.
See, y'all gotta be from the hood to know nothing about none of that. You gotta be black to understand that part.
Yeah. And that box fan in the window and stuff like that. Man, look here, Tavares. Man, then the homeboy scaring the hell out you trying to sleep. And they just snuck out the house and they go to the box fan. Boo! Oh man, don't do this.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah. See, I done been there, Tavares. I done been there. Air conditioners, man, look. I think we got our first central air unit when I was in high school. Yeah. And didn't know how to act either, boy. You can tell me nothing. Yeah, in high school, central air and heat. Well, you think we'd have moved on up? And guess where we stand at tomorrow?
Car Park?
On Living Street.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I don't live it.
So yeah, we stay on Living. Right there behind the funeral home. Yep. So that constant fear, Tavares, that'll drive me, man. Look here. You know, no, that's horrible.
So you
Well,
think you go through all your whole life fearing something in order for you to be a better person? Is that what you just
It's not that you got to be a better person because of the fear. It's the fact that you don't want to be the person that you was when you was afraid and you felt
there you
helpless.
go.
This is all
Yep.
manhood stuff. I'm not under.
Yeah, I got
get
you.
why
I got
you
you.
might not understand it.
I got
Yeah,
you.
this
I
weird
got
thing, Mr. McCall.
I
And
got
like I
you.
said, it ain't personal. You know what? It's personal to me.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because I've been there, and I couldn't control it then because I was a child, but I can control it now.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so I try my best to make sure that I ain't going. Mr. McCall, did you ever had your clothes be dingy because you had to put them by the oven
No.
to dry next morning?
You damn near bake your clothes.
Yeah, that's
And
something gonna yell.
she not telling the truth about that because she grew up in the hood too. So I don't know why she act like she don't know nothing about it.
But Tavares, growing up in the hood don't mean that you grow up poor in the hood. Okay, mom didn't have us doing that. Mom did not have us dressed like that. We didn't have dingy clothes. Mayetta made sure our clothes were clean.
No, it was clean.
It's not that the clothes weren't dirty. It's just that they got that bake on them because you had to put them in the oven.
Okay, but Mayetta didn't have us like that, sweetie. I'm sorry. Mom
Oh,
didn't have
yeah,
us like
it was
sorry.
it just didn't look like it.
No, my mom, she was very particular about her girls. And she had 5 girls. We did not walk out the house looking tacky. We did not have that type of lifestyle. And we grew up in the projects. Okay. We lived on the 12th floor in the Rensselaer projects in Albany, New York. Okay. So I know about
that. Don't sound too hood to me. That don't have the same ring to it as I stay in College Park. It ain't the same. You said the Rensselaer?
It's called Rensselaer because we were by the river.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Ain't that many hoods by no river.
Okay. You know what? Say that again,
you
sir.
got access to an aquifer. That ain't the hood.
Wait a minute. What you say? I can hear you. What?
Ain't that place still there?
Yes, it is. It's a nursing home. I mean, it's a senior living home right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Those were projects.
And you live next to a waterway? You call
Yeah,
yourself living in the hood?
we lived. Our projects was right off the Hudson River.
Yeah, that don't sound too projecty to me. That sound like some upstate shit.
Oh my! It was upstate.
Next
Go
to
ahead.
yeah, it's Albany, New York, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I know y'all. Oh,
That's too rich for my blood.
yeah, y'all had a chance. Y'all had a fighting chance then.
Oh Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, you didn't grow up as poor as you trying to
Heat
make
then, right?
people think you did.
Huh?
Y'all had central air, central heat then, right?
I guess I don't know. I can't remember that part. Yeah, we
You
had
had a
air.
thermostat or no?
Yeah, we had a thermostat.
See, we
You
had
didn't grow up in the hood. You didn't grow up in the hood.
No.
I do want to say this before we go. I got a friend of mine on TikTok that she discovered. She thought so. The thing was her father was dark skinned, right? And she was she's what you would call middle brown, right? So she's not light skinned, she's not dark skinned, she's middle brown, right? She was telling us that her whole life they were calling her Blackie because she was the darkest person in her mama. When I tell you the lady is literally middle brown, and when she found out that she was middle brown, and we had a preponderance of evidence where we had people take a swath of her skin tone and match it up with the actual color of middle brown, and she was shocked. She said, "All my life I thought I was dark skinned." I love it to death, but she was like, "They called me Blackie. They called me. I thought I was like, no, ma'am. You're middle. You're middle brown." We laugh about that, but yeah, you didn't grow up in the hood.
Okay.
You grew up by the hood.
No.
Just because.
Oh God.
Just because guess what it was? Because you can't get mad. You listen, Mr. Carl. Listen, it's cool to be hood as long as you're playing.
Oh geez.
So as long as you're playing, it's cool. You see, you ain't never had to cook outside on the icebox grill. You know the grill that go in the refrigerator?
Yes, you're right. We never had to do that. Never.
Dig a hole.
That is some country bumpkin shit if I ever.
I had to dig a hole.
Cooking in a shopping cart.
And Mr. Cole, where's that? If you go to North 16, you know they got that community garden at North 16 or North 15?
The corner.
Yeah.
They got community garden there right there. Right next door, it was a yellow house. We stay right there. Just because I went North 16, where the bridge was. I called me an alligator gar, took the refrigerator grill out the icebox, dug a hole, and put that refrigerator grill over that hole, started a fire, and I cooked that fish right there. Yeah. Mama say don't turn no stove on.
You ain't never had to do that. You don't know nothing about this life.
Yeah. And you don't either. So stop. You stop.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, so
I grew up in the hood. And it might not have been the hood to y'all, but I grew up in the backwood hood.
Yeah.
If you ain't never been to Ruby, Louisiana, in the rural areas where we got a chicken coop out front, and it's all kind of wild animals just running around, all willy-nilly. You don't know what you're gonna look outside and see. You're gonna look outside and see something though.
Yeah, I told my son.
If you ain't never woke up to that, you can't tell me about my life.
Well, for one thing, now when I moved down here and we stayed with my grandma, we did all that. Everything that you're saying, we did. Because grandma, we still had an outhouse back then. So I know what it is. I know what it is to warm your clothes up on one of them stoves. I know that part, but as a little kid, no.
Your nigger card has officially been revoked.
You did. Can't believe You actually
Yeah, give me your
revoked my
nigga card.
card. No, you didn't.
I thought we could relate on some levels, but nah, you ain't no.
Oh my God, you took my card. I cannot believe you
Not
took
your
my
black
card.
card. I took your nigga card.
That's why that's why I laugh because and listen, that's why those times back then are good for these times right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see, because guess what? That pretty boy that the women have, they don't know how to cook. Miss McCall, my daddy taught me how to cook on a number 2 foot tub. Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about, but no, I don't
A
know.
number 2 foot tub.
Mm-hmm.
Right down upper third, Mr. McCall. The people cut the lights off, he started laughing. I'm daddy, what man the lights off? Oh, I ain't worried about that, son. As soon as they leave, I'm gonna turn it back on. We was outside cooking on a number 2 foot tub. That man put that wood in that foot tub, put that grill over that thing. We fried cornbread. Hey, Mr. McCall.
Mm-hmm.
So those times right there, sometimes the times you go through, not for the times you are in, it's for the times that might come.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so I don't regret all the stuff old scoundrel did. I don't regret none of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Old scoundrel.
I'm sorry, I want to interrupt you for just one moment. Do you see
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
on the screen right now? If you can see what the screen says, it says Albany Housing Authority. These are the projects we grew up in.
That shit say Steamboat Square Homes.
Because that's the name of it. 20 Rensselaer Street. These are the projects. We lived on the 12th floor. This is actually the same apartment we grew up in, the project we grew up on 20 Rensselaer Street. Okay, and we lived on the 12th floor. It had 12 floors in it.
Y'all lived on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're no longer okay, y'all. I just
that's
found
what they
out
look like
today. I'm today years old. I found out I was only half nigger.
But no, this is where we grew up at. Now, all that stuff on the bottom wasn't there when we were little, but that's the projects right there we grew up in. Right there.
Let me guess, I had a freaking elevator too, right?
We had and sometimes the elevator was broke and we had to walk up 12 flights of stairs.
Your day when the elevator was broke? You had an elevator?
Yeah, we had an elevator.
Ask them people on Loplolly if they ever had an elevator.
Well, they don't have. I don't know. I wouldn't know that. But that's exactly 20 Rensselaer, apartment 12H. That's our projects right there.
You know how I know
that shit. If you still remember all the addresses to this day, that shit scarred you. That shit scarred you.
What you say, Matt?
Yeah, I think you had it good up there, Mr. Carl.
Okay.
See, public assistance varies from state to state. Let's stay that there.
Yeah.
In some states,
remember,
in some states it ain't.
And remember, upstate New York is not cheap.
Nope. Sure ain't.
It's not cheap at all. So,
yeah, this is the projects we grew up in. I grew up in right there.
12 floor living. Boy, I tell you, must be nice.
Whatever. This is so weird, you guys. This is taking me way back, y'all. I'm sorry. And you had to walk up a hill. New York had hill. Albany had some hills out this world.
Cobblestone.
And when we lived on Madison Place, you had to go up a hill. We lived on Madison Place. We lived on Madison Avenue. And those were the brownstones you were talking about, me and Nat, when we were talking. Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God. Those brownstones were beautiful.
Yeah, you want to know what they did to my house that I grew up in?
A lot of niggas live over there.
What did they do?
Joe Fuller them to all my houses. It's gone.
Oh, Jesus.
All except the dead end in the army quarters. And I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. This white man has made a killing off those shotgun houses.
Mm-hmm.
In the army quarters. It's a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
It's there when I was there, Mr. McCall, and they all just straight shotgun houses. About 8 of them in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. McCall, they still there. People still live there.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley, that white boy name, that big Peckerwood name. He was like an overseer. If you think, you know what? Now think about it, Mr. McCall. It's just like we came up on the plantation. When you think about it,
Mm-hmm.
because Stanley rented all the houses. Then we used to go to Jenkins' store right down Rapide Street, and we used to get stuff on. Mr. Jenkins, my mama say she need $5 worth of lunch meat and $4 worth of cheese. She'll pay you next Friday. Yeah, and she need a pack of cigarettes too. All right. God damn, boy, that's something right there.
That was the old days. I think black people. Okay, I'm trying to say not say that word. If we could go back to that bartering system, we'd be a lot better off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know how many black men fish for sport? Just imagine if they could afford to fish as the business,
Mm-hmm.
and they could provide the community with stuff. That you was there when we had the Black Panther Party and we was feeding the community. Wasn't the police across the street every time?
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
This whole criminalizing black folks thing, it don't matter what we do. That's why I'm with you, Nat. Still, they go.
They would feel so bad, anyways.
You're a crook in the White House, and you talking about the moral high ground of Americans. We got to
32.
16 times as hard. And then they gonna say that we didn't get there on our own merit. They gonna say it's DEI, knowing full and well we didn't benefit from DEI the way they said they did.
Yeah, sure didn't.
And then I think that was all just a ploy to get rid of the smart black women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, it's not about anybody else. It's really us and them. And if we could get that, I'm sorry, I'm not fighting for nobody else. I'm sorry, I'm be honest with you. No, I'm not sorry. Like you said earlier, Tavares, what you said earlier, I'm with you on that. I totally 100% agree with you. It's because the thing is, the fight is not about anybody else. The fight is between us and them. Because we have been there, other than indigenous people, we have been the enemy to them.
The indigenous people, my dear.
Well, you know what I'm saying. We have always been the target. It's never been about the Hispanics and all that. It's always been us. We've always been that number one target. Because you know why?
We were the target.
You know why? Because we got away.
Plymouth Rock.
Because we got away. We got away.
No, we the target because we never did fight back.
That too. But
we
now
wanted to be their friends. Since the very beginning. The people said, "Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, we got this for you. You want it?" We need our black hospitals, our stores, our car lots, our hair stores that we support like we do to others. Mm-hmm. Don't nobody ask O'Day Laverne why he owned all that shit downtown. Don't nobody even question it. He turned all that into kinetics.
Yeah. And you gotta think about this in McCall. Every person that America tried to bully, America paid.
Yeah.
Except us. Go fight back.
Yep.
Them
right.
They died. We're gonna die. We're gonna take this airplane. Jakasawi! And we're gonna everybody die. You know, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I thought Yakakawi, whatever that is. Yeah. But they pay them people. They give the Germans money.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they do? What they do us? Oh man, y'all don't want no money. Y'all didn't fight back. Yeah, y'all let us do what y'all let us just run over y'all. Yeah, y'all don't want no money. Y'all ain't gonna get nothing. You see?
We're gonna set the system up. We're gonna set the system up where we're gonna tell you that it's money there, but we're gonna make it so hard for you niggas to get to it.
Yeah. And what was Jose at when the civil rights was going on? You didn't see Jose in here.
We did have there was the Browns that was with us. Hold on, let me
see.
The
Brown Berets. They were called the Brown Berets with the Black Panthers. They were called the Brown Berets.
They had, but Fred Hampton had. You know what? This December, I'm gonna take off and I'm going up to Haynesville, Louisiana. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen up there.
What?
I said that
What happened?
Haynesville, Louisiana. You know that's where Fred Hampton buried at.
Yeah, they keep shooting up his what's the name?
Yeah, I'm
There's
gonna
something
go
about
try to get some
Louisiana.
pictures about it.
It's like
What's it?
Louisiana breeds fighters.
But Fred Hampton had to go beg and be in the fight though, didn't he?
Huh?
When they the brown whatever the Mexicans.
The Brown Berets, they were fighting for something else and they wind up getting together.
No,
You see what I'm saying?
the inspiration for the Brown Berets were directly inspired by the Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
They were a key part in the Third World Liberation Front and advocated for social change for Mexican Americans. And so we talk a lot about the Black Panthers, but I would like to hear if some of these people that are the brown people, are they talking about organizing? Like if we ever got back to that time, it'd be dangerous. But now they fixed it so that they got these brown people I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. And now look at it.
Yeah. Well, it's almost 12 o'clock.
The leader of the Goiper group, the Goipers, is a guy named Nick Fuentes. Not a white guy.
Yeah.
It's a brown guy masquerading as a brown guy masquerading as a white guy. And he's
slick
bullying
back
the
hair.
shit out of them Republicans.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, he said, "You not leaning to the right far enough. You need to be more racist." This is an extremist group, and I just look, man. At the end of the day, we're gonna have to fight. And
Well, like I said, but like I said before, you guys, the whole thing is us. They want us. Everybody else is in the way. To be honest with you, they want us. Project 2025 was directed directly at us.
Yeah,
because we're the biggest threat. You know why? Because we're really the biggest threat. Because you said earlier, Nat, remember you said earlier about we need to take all our stuff back. If we have to leave, we got to take all our stuff back. You don't think they don't think about that? You hear me, Nat? I don't know, Nat doing something.
He might have lost signal for a second.
Yeah, but yeah.
You want to put a pin on that and say?
Yeah, we go. Yeah, we got because I want to show some more of those welfare things before the week out. But yeah, okay, you guys. I'm sorry to have you up this late. It's already 11:45. We did go sidebar, but we did a good job. We did an excellent job, and we'll come back for more of this. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm about to take myself off the screen. I enjoyed the conversation. Go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll.
Oh, excuse me. Who are you talking to? Who talking to? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. All right. So thank you, everybody who hung out with us. Miss Dixon, Miss Bell, Miss Webster, Mr. Rebo, Mr. Sizzle, Miss Hall, Miss Bell, Miss Johnson. Let's see who else came in here. I want to make sure I get everybody's name.
Okay, so there's some people that you can't see that are watching you on YouTube right now.
All right.
But majority of everybody is following us from Universal Collective Network, so I do appreciate Universal Collective Network.
Of course you do. You better appreciate it. It's our baby. All right. So good night, everybody. Thank you again.